Hi, I'm John Twist of University Motors. Today I want to show you the float lid. This is from a T-type carburetor, but it's from an H-SU carburetor. I want to show you just how to set the float height. I mean, this is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty fast, but let's just go through with it. First of all, Dayton's going to come in real tight, and I'm going to show you, this is the original needle and seat, the AUD 9096. Now I'm going to put both of these up, and you can see the one on your right, my left, this one. You can see there's a ridge around the top of that, metal cone. That's where it's worn. That's what happens to a tipped needle and seat. It's got a steel tip to it. So, better than the steel tip, the Gross family came out with what was called the Gross Jet. Now this has got a ball in it. See the ball here? And that ball pushes up against another ball. So you get these two rolling balls. These things were pretty slick until gasoline got sticky. This is another form of the same type. Here we've got a plunger up here. It's not a Gross Jet. But these now will stick closed sometimes or stick open. Didn't used to, but that's what we find today. Here's I think this might be a Beck Arnley one with just a pin, but again you can see, past my filthy hands here, you can see the ridge in the top of that cone, and anytime you get a ridge, it's going to start leaking. So here's another one of the same style. So the hot setup now is the Viton tipped. The Viton tip. See this guy here? Rubber tip, needle and seat. Now all of these, not the Gross Jet, but the rest of them have got a spring-loaded ball on the end down here. It's under some spring tension at the very bottom of the needle and seat here. That ball is under a spring tension. Anyway, let's go ahead. I have selected here a WZX 1100 kit made by SU. Okay, and with that kit comes not only a Viton tipped needle and seat, but the gaskets necessary for HS, two different types of H size, and also the AUD 3577 big O-rings for the HIF carburetors. How cool is that? I've already used those on another project. Let's go and take a look at this guy now here. We got to open him up. Now, get through the plastic here. And we're going to set him in. Make sure we got a socket that's going to fit him. We're going to get him into the lid. And don't want to break him, but we want to make sure he's pretty snug. I do not fit a gasket underneath this. Now we'll go ahead and put in our Viton tip needle and seat with a Viton tip going in first. How cool is that? Then we're going to take a lever, our lever here for the float, which has been bent just incredibly. I'm going to bend it back because I just can't believe that we're going to need one bent quite like that. And we're going to put him in here. And maybe I was wrong. And I'm going to open up our toolkit here. Here we have, see, this is 7/16. This is 6/16. This is 5/16. The 5/16 used on the smaller carburetors. The T-type one calls for this setting here. Boy, this guy is pretty tough, but we want to be able to slide this underneath here without lifting the lever. And even though I complained before that the lever seemed to be pretty pretty low. So here we're just starting to have to pick him up a little bit. We want to go just a little bit farther here. And we are at the point here. I'm just going to use my thumb, or I think I'm going to use my thumb and bend these forks around just a bit if I can. So now we can pick this guy up and slide him through. Look at that. 3/8 of an inch. Fits right through. That's what he's supposed to do. And now when we're all set, we can put the gasket on the top. Hey, here's the secret. Take this gasket and soak it in some water first, and it'll get nice and expanded and floppy, because if you try to put this on here right now, boy, it might break. It might break because it's a little small. These things shrink after they're stamped out. Put them in some water, they get nice and floppy. So setting the float height is nice and easy. Let me just run through it once more if I can find the other fork. I don't know what I did with it. It's always wise to keep your work area clean. So start up here. I'm taking a look at, oh, there's the other one. But it doesn't take much time. Put our guy in here. We put our fork in. These pins are pretty worn. I think I'll probably change these pins later. Ooh, that thing sits way down now too. You could make a case for putting a washer underneath these at this point, because boy, these things are, forks are pretty, looks pretty good, but there's not much of a curl in this fork. There we go. Yeah, he's pretty close. He'll work. So that's all there is to it. So that's setting the float height on an H-type carburetor. If you have any problem, you can always call me. I can tell you what I just tried to show you. Hey, we're always active. We're always busy. I'll be in Minneapolis this coming weekend at Quality Coaches, and then I'll be at Bill Hyland's shop in California next month. I'll also be in Toronto with the Toronto MG Car Club next month, April 2013. So until then, safety fast.